What's up, y'all? Y'all like the fresh fade? Hey, I'm gonna try to keep this quick, only because I got some stuff I gotta do. I'm off work tomorrow, so oh yeah, and shout out to the Outcast shirt. How cold is that? I got some stuff I gotta do, so I just had to do the quick video because the verses just ended, and I have 8 ball and MJG out of 20 rounds winning this versus 11-9. If we can just work from reverse, we work from the end all the way to the start. International Players Anthem is one of the biggest rap songs of all time. Bun B ended the set with that, and that was against Don't Make Me Kill. I don't think that's an argument. I think everybody would agree with me that, man, Andre Benjamin and Pimp C starting off that song, and then with Bun B and Big Boy, that's a wipeout. You don't want drama versus one day you're here and then you're gone. Uh, that was a great one. I think Bun B should have pulled that song out a lot sooner, and that would have won some of the weaker stuff that 8 Ball and MJG tried. But you don't want drama. It's just better, man. I mean, you just gotta admit it. It's just better. It still works in the club, and it also was the first single off of Living Legends when they went to Bad Boy South with Diddy. And nobody was expecting MJG and Ball to come that hard, coming out with P. Diddy. So just based on that, they got it. Round 18 was Lay It Down versus Knocking Doors Down. Knocking Doors Down was a great attempt for Pimp C to kind of squash the beef of all the rappers in Houston that was beefing. But Lay It Down is one of the most popular Southern tracks in history. You can't choose that over there. Round 17, Friend or Foe. A good song with E40 and Mac Mall from the On Top of the World album, which is my favorite 8 Ball and MJG album next to Living Legends. But Diamonds and Wood, that's one of UGK's best songs ever. So yeah, that's killing Friend or Foe. Round 16. I don't know what Bun B was thinking about with this. He pulled out a song called A Kick Though. And Pimp C had a verse on there as a guest with C Murder. That he went against armed robbery. That's from the very first 8 Ball and MJG album. That's one of their most popular songs ever. So round 16, landslide. That goes to 8 Ball and MJG. Mr. Big versus a song off of the album Super Tight called Return. Mr. Big is just better. It's just a classic song. So at that point in battle, I had it 8-7 in favor of 8 Ball and MJG. Pimp Hard, Pimp Harder against Let Me See It, Let Me See It. That was round 14. That was by far the hardest one to choose. And I just edged 8 Ball just slightly in MJG with Pimp Hard. I mean, just slightly, because I mean that song is so cold. They could have finished that. That could have been their final song of the night, and it's just real close. Sometimes you just gotta choose. And shout out to my boy Trever, aka Tree. He love UGK anyway, so I know he picking Let Me See It over Pimp Hard. And shout out to my boy JG, Big JG, representing the Bronx, New York by way of Milwaukee and also Atlanta. But he's the opposite of Tree. He's 8 Ball and MJG fanboy out, as a lot of us are. I mean, they are great. So if they had the argument, both of my guys is gonna argue for their group, you know. But I went with the slight edge for MJG. In round 13, it was Space Age Pimpin' versus Big Pimpin'. Now, one thing I don't like about Facebook is you end up arguing with cats you don't know. Shout out to my boy Fishbone from Clark, Atlanta. He is from Houston. And I was just explaining that Pimp C did not like the song Big Pimpin'. He did not want to do it. Jay Prince from Rap A Lot made him do it. And Pimp C has some political reasons. He felt like that New York was just eating off the South, and he didn't want to contribute to Jay-Z having a hit and eating off the South. And Jay Prince just made him do the song. But the other thing is in the verses, if it's close, you got to factor in some stuff. So if it's a close battle between the two songs, you got to give credit to the artist that it's their song. You feel what I'm saying? It's Space Age Pimpin' was their song versus Bun B and Pimp C was a guest on Big Pimpin'. So, that's just the way I see it. Round 12 was Relax and Take Notes by 8 Ball versus UGK Murder. Murder, clearly, over Relax and Take Notes. Round 11, Stop Playing Games. That was one of 8 Ball's most popular songs from his solo career. But Get Throwed is possibly Bun B's best solo song. You might argue that Draped Up was better, but Get Throwed was just phenomenal. So I had that. Round 10. This is an interesting one. Ball and MJ chose In the Middle of the Night remix because Twister was on there. And I guess they wanted to show Twister some love. And that went against The Game Belongs to Me. And The Game Belongs to Me won just because In the Middle of the Night remix is nowhere good as the original. And I'm very upset that MJG didn't do The Black Mac Is Back. Because that's 8 Ball's best verse of all time, and it's one of the best MJG songs that he ever made. Round 9, My Homeboy's Girlfriend. That won easily because Bun B chose to do some song called 316 that we never heard before. You can't try to debut new material in the verses. You can only give us what we want. Round 8, 8 Ball and MJG, Show Enough. I really thought that was the game changer. But once again, if I'm being fair, that is technically Tila's song. And Take It Off, it just sounded better. Like it just had a better groove to it. And just comparing both songs, even though I think Show Enough was probably the more popular song, just listening to them back to back, Take It Off is a better song than Show Enough. And also, since it's not 8 Ball and MJG's song, I gotta give UGK the credit. That's the same thing I did with Big Pimpin' versus Space Age Pimpin'. All right, round 7. Tell the DJ Bring It Back. Tell the DJ Bring It Back. That's one of 8 Ball and MJG's coldest songs ever. And that went against Draped Up, one of Bun B's best solo songs ever. That was a hard one, but I just gave the edge to 8 Ball and MJG. Round 6 was Paid Dues, featuring CeeLo Green singing. And once again, Bun B chose The High Life by UGK. Like, dude, he could have played. You know what would have killed that? If Bun B would have did Just Pop It for Pimp, featuring Juvenile. That would have killed it. And I don't know why he didn't make that choice right there. So, MJG clearly. Round 5, Ball and MJG did a song called Forever. UGK did Wood Will. Wood Will is a much better song. UGK got that. Round 4, man, I almost cried. 8 Ball and MJG played Candy. Man, I was in high school when Candy came out. I'm talking on the phone, telling Penny that's the way to do it. Represent the home. Anthony Hardaway, aka Penny, was like the best point guard in the NBA when that song came out. So for him to shout dude out on the song and they redid Cameo, man, that's just one of the best rap songs ever. So this was also a tough one because I got front and back and side to side. Like I said, if you from Texas, you're gonna take that over Candy. But I mean, Candy is just, I mean, you're not gonna beat that. Not a lot of people's gonna beat that. Round three, we started this, and we're gonna finish this, and that would against Chopping Blades. Um, I took just a few points off of Chopping Blades because that's basically a remake of Captain Sabo. I wanna be saved from Chopping Blades. You know, it's we started this ish is just better. Round two, 8 Ball and MJG came out with Coming Out Hard, and UGK countered with Pocket Full of Stones. You're not beating Pocket Full of Stones, man. And then, like I said, in reverse, in round one, 8 Ball and MJG went 9 Little Millimeter Boys from their debut album Coming Out Hard. And UGK Bun B countered with Tell Me Something Good, which is probably one of their top 5 biggest hits. This is Jay Spruill. I represent my own channel, movies, music, sports, and life. We out of here. I got this done under 12 minutes.